Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are fit and fine. Children, as you all know, we have started last chapter of your textbook, Honeysuckle, and the chapter name is the Banyan tree. And we have completed many exercises. Today we are going to start our third number exercise, that is, read the description below of what the snake did and what the mongoose did. Arrange their action in the proper order that we have already done. So children, today we are going to do working with language. Okay children, so let's start doing working with language. Working with language. Working with language that we are going to do today. So children, in this, the word round usually means a kind of shape. As you all know children, there are four fundamental shapes are there. One is circle. Now what is the meaning in the story? So round is a word which is given in the story, and here the question is that what is its meaning in this story. So children, let's write the answer first. Working with language. Now answer 1. The word round usually means a kind of shape. Okay children, so usually means it's a kind of shape, as you all know. The different stages, the different stages as the sequences of events of fight between cobra and the mongoose. The cobra and the mongoose. Now round here, it's usually its mean as shape, but the word round usually means the different stages as the sequence of the events of fight between the cobra and the mongoose. So children, now let's write the second question. Find the 5 words in the following paragraph which are generally associated with trees, but here they have been used differently. Underline the words. So now here we are going to write, it's having a different type of the words that we are going to do. So here underline the words that we are going to complete. Now first we should read this paragraph. Hari leaves for work at 9 every morning. He works in the local branch of the firm of which his uncle is the owner. Hari's success is really the fruit of his own labor. He is happy, but he has a small problem. The root cause of his problem is a stray dog near his office. The dog welcomes Hari with a loud bark every day. So now here we are going to underline, because these are the words which you can call as homophones, but they are used as part of the trees also. So now children, I am going to underline. I am just writing the words, you just underline in that paragraph. So this is answer number 2, and I am just writing over here. First is leaves, second is branch, third is fruit, fourth is root, and bark. So these are the words you can find in this paragraph and just underline it. Now children, we are moving to solve next exercise, which you can find on page number 134. Children, B number exercise. The word in the box are all words that describe movement. Use them to fill in the blanks in the sentence below. So here children, you can see that words are given in the bracket. So we just in the box, and we just going to fill this words in the appropriate place. So children, let's start doing this exercise. Now children, I am going to write. First, when he began to trust me, the squirrel began dash into my pockets for morsels of cake. Now first word, the words are dived, gliding, sprang, darting, whipped back, and delving. So now first word is delving. First word is, this is B number, first word is delving. Now here we can write like that. When he began to trust me, the squirrel began delving into my pockets for morsels of cake. Now second, I saw a cobra dash out of the clump of cactus. Now here we are going to write second one, gliding. Second is gliding. Second is gliding. Now I saw a cobra gliding out of the clump of cactus. Now third, the snake hissed. His forked tongue dashed in and out. Now his forked tongue darting. Darting, it move very swiftly, or you can say very fast. That is called darting. Now the snake hissed, his forked tongue darting in and out. Now we are moving to number 4. When the cobra tried to bite it, the mongoose dashed aside. Now sprang. We are going to write in number 4, sprang. Sprang. So when the cobra tried to bite it, the mongoose sprang aside. So that is the correct word. Now number 5. Number 5, the snake dashed his head, dashed to strike at the crow. Now we are going to write the snake dash. It means whipped. Whipped. The snake whipped his head back. Now next word is back. So there are 2 words which you are going to write in this number 5. So the snake whipped his head and back to strike at the crow. Now 6th one is the birds dash at the snake. Now here the bird dash, now dived. Dived. So the birds dived at the snake. So children, complete it. We have completed this exercise. Now we are moving to exercise number C, children. So complete it or take a screenshot. Now we will do exercise number C, children. So find words in the story which show things striking violently against each other. So children, first is cobra struck the crow, his snout, th, and then we have to fill the correct letters inside to make this word correct. Now against its body, and you can see this word inside that paragraph. So the paragraph 15, you can see this particular word. So now this is exercise number C we are going to do, and that is his snout is thudding. Thudding is T is written over here, TH is written over here, and we have to fill in 3 words, 3 letters. So thudding, double D I N G is there. So first is this. Now second, the crow and the myna, crow and the myna collided. Collided is a word. So now children, let's write. This is O, LL is written over here, and then I, and then D, E, D. Collided. Collided in the mid-air. So children, write it down. Now number 3. The birds dived at the snake but dash into each other instead. Now here, bumped. B is written over here. Bumped. So the birds dived at the snake but bumped into each other instead. Now we are moving to this completed, and now we are moving to exercise number D. Children, look at these sentences. In the spring, birds of all kinds would flock into the banyan tree's branches. I would spend the afternoons there. Would tells us what the author used to do or what used to happen. Now, grandfather at 65 could no longer climb the banyan tree. I could hide myself in its branches. I could look down through the leaves at the world below. I could read there. So could tells us what the author was usually able to do. So could is always expressing the possibilities. Now usually able to do, or grandfather is now not able to do. So here the capability and possibility is there. So now we are going to write, choose would and could to replace the italicized words in the following sentences. So children, we should write again the whole sentence, because this is very important for us. If we are not writing the whole sentence, only replace the word, so we cannot understand what is we are going to write. So children, let's write or complete exercise number D. Now first, the elephants were able to fly in the sky like clouds. They were also able to change their shapes. They used to fly behind clouds and frighten them. People used to look up at the sky in wonder. So now I am going to write the correct thing over here. Elephants could fly in the sky. Now here children, you can see I just replaced able to could. So elephants could fly in the sky like clouds. They could, I replaced here, were able to change their shape. Change their shapes. They would So I am going to replace used to. They would to fly. They would to fly behind clouds. Behind clouds and frighten them. And frighten them. And frighten them. People would look up at the sky, and wonder. Now children, complete it. Completed children? So in place of able to or not able to, we have replaced in could and would. So children, complete it. Now we are going to do next number. Now next number is, because there was no electricity, he used to get up with the sun, and he used to go to bed with the sun like the birds. Now here we are going to write because there was no electricity. Because there was no electricity, he used to get up with the sun. And he would go to bed with the sun, like birds. So here there was no electricity, so that is why it is written over here. So now we are moving to next number, that is number 3. We are going to do next number. So children, number 3. Number 3 is, like the owl, he was able to see quite well in the dark. He was able to tell who was coming by listening to their footsteps. Now here we are going to write like the owl. Like the owl. So all things you can see over here, these are all saying by the grandfather. So like the owl, he could see quite well. He could see quite well in the dark. He could tell who was coming by listening to their footsteps. So children, complete it. We have completed this number. Now speaking is there, so we will continue in the online classes. So children, the speaking part is, look at these sentences. The tree was older than grandfather. Grandfather was 65 years old. How old was the tree? Can you guess? So these are the exercises that we just see the length and height of the particular things. Now the writing part is my favorite place. Read again the paragraph of the story in which the author described the banyan tree and what he used to do there. Is there a place in your house or in your grandparents' or uncles' or aunts' houses that you especially like? Write a short paragraph about it saying where it is, where you do there, why you like it. So this is your homework that you have to do in the writing. Homework is writing. It's a paragraph actually. Paragraph writing, and this you can find page number 138. So children, completed. This is your homework. Now we are moving to our next book, that is your supplementary reader book, A Pact with the Sun, because this chapter we have completed. So now we are going to start our next book, that is supplementary reader book. And in this book we have completed 8 chapters. So today we are going to start our next chapter, that is chapter number 9, what happened to reptiles. So this is really a beautiful story of integrity and harmony. Okay children, because this time, as you all know, everywhere you can find violence and hatred, because one religion is used to hate other religion. So nowadays, because the situation is now changed and everybody is not very much respecting each other, because maybe they're having some doubts or they're having some differences because of discrimination. Our society is now spoiling. So these are the things that we should always remember in our mind, because without love and harmony we cannot survive on this earth. So children, this is about that. What happened to the reptiles? So Pambubati is a peaceful village inhabited by a variety of people. Prem, the narrator of the story, flees his village under unfortunate condition to reach Pambupatti by chance. An old resident of the village looks after him and tells him an interesting story. So this is an interesting story when the hatred is growing up. So that time this type of the story is very necessary for the society. So here you can see Pambupatti. Pambupatti is a village, so where this harmony and love you can find, and when the society is going in a very bad situation, so this it's the citizen of this place, it's having privilege to restore their love and harmony. Now the Prem, the narrator of the story, Prem is a narrator of the story, flees his village under unfortunate condition. He just migrated from his village because of the unfavorable conditions to reach this Pambapatti by chance. So an old resident of the village looks after him and tells him the interesting story. Now when he reached over here, so an old man kept him inside his house, and that person was telling this story to him. You may not believe this story, but I can tell you it is true. Maybe the narrator said that maybe you are not going to believe this story, but it is true story. Because I have been to the Pambupatti, a village on the edge of the jungle. Now this is the village area in the border of the edge of the jungle. Now it is on a cliff, so it is in the higher part of the mountain that is called cliff. Now at the vast forest stretches below like a mossy green carpet. Now here you can see that this is at the high place of the forest, and at the cliff, at the choti, at the peak of this mountain, and from there you can see the greenery. It's looking like a green carpet. Now there are many kinds of people in the village: dark, fair, tall and short. They speak many languages. Some eat meat, some don't. Some pray in a small temple at the edge of the forest, others pray in the mosque some miles away. So children, this is a wonderful story, and this story shows the integrity, the harmony of society. Now this is a place where the people, many kinds of the people are living over there, because they are worshipping in the different places. One kind of the people were worshipping in the temple, and other kind of the people were worshipping in the mosque. And the variety of the people were living over there. So some are very tall, some very short, some dark, and some bright in their color. So some people were vegetarian, some people were non-vegetarian. So these type of you can say the variety of the people, the various type of the people were living over there. My name is Prem, and I live many hundred miles away from Pambupatti. I had heard about the village, but I'd never been there. Then last year, something terrible happened. The people of my own village went mad. Far, far away in a place they have never ever been to, a temple or mosque had been burnt down. And they went mad. They started fighting with one another. Some had to run away in the middle of the night, and at 3 in the morning, as I lay in my house, half awake to the sounds of hate and violence, there was a fire. Many houses were burned down in the fire. One of them was mine. So here, children, this was a real story, because in our India there were many riots was happened, and you can see the total scenes which are described in this story, in this paragraph. In this scenario, you can see in our India is also having various type of the religion, various type of people, and various type of cults are living over here. So in the democracy, if you must have heard about democracy. What is the meaning of the democracy? Democracy and our constitution are based on that. So we cannot forget this type of the principles of our democracy or our democratic nation, because we are having a secular state. In the very previous line of our, you can say, Prastavana of Samvidhan, you can see this line that we are democratic country and secular state. We are secular. Secular means where it is the place where each and every religion is respected. Each and every people, those who belongs to any religion, any caste, any creed, so they will be respected in the eye of the judgment or in front of any constitution of India. So this story we will continue in our next video, because this is arises a very great topic which we really want today. So children, let's read this story at your home, and this is really a wonderful story. We should know very much about India and our principles. So children, read this story thoroughly, and we will meet again in our next video class. Till then, bye-bye and take care.